Okay, so today I'm doing a review on the Landyachtz Switch. This is the newest graphic, and that's upside down. The newest graphic, by Ewok, the graffiti artist. The dude riding a rocket, holding a fish with some like crazy fish head helmet. I got this board at least a month ago. I can't really remember when I got it. And I got it on discount at my local shop, at Burt's Surf Shop, Atlantic Beach, because it had these two scratches on it. So it's a $240 board that I got for $175, and I don't really know how they got there. It looks like the UPS dude like shredded it before he brought it in, but like that's all good because it like one day of shredding and it looks even worse than it did, and I got like a great discount on it. But yeah, I have like the stock setup like you see on the website with the Bear 852s, Zombie Hog 82A, and just the blue Bear bearings. One thing I did add is an angled riser, because just to get it higher off the ground and like increase the angle of the hanger and everything, so it would turn a little bit better, because it's like doesn't flex at all, and these trucks and bushing setup isn't really meant for that much carving, and I don't have a whole lot of hills around here to be having it stiff all the time, so I put the angled riser just to let it turn a little better. And I do like having it higher off the ground, because without any risers at all, when you try to do, like if you're not going fast and you have to hang your foot off to get a good leverage for a slide, it'll hit the ground a little, and also your rails can too, especially right here at the like where it doesn't have the concave. Let's see. One thing that kind of bummed me out at first is the edges are so sharp on this, like the concave, that when you kind of put pressure on this at all, like just like doing a slide or something, having your toe right there pushing against it, it kind of cuts into the grip and will like chunk off like little pieces of grip. It like pinches your toe, and the edge will kind of pinch pieces of grip, but just on the edges, and that kind of bummed me out a little bit. But it seemed to slow down on how fast it's coming off now, so it's not really a big deal. The fact that it has a 1.75 inch drop makes it hit stuff a lot more easily. So my graphic is pretty scratched. I like all this here and through the rocket, but it's all good because it was already scratched when I got it, so it made it that much less of a issue. This right here is a result of one of my idiot friends getting his wheel up underneath me while we were bombing the hill, and we pretty much ate poop, but his wheel like spinning underneath my board made a black mark that won't come off. It's like, I don't know, it would come off if I tried hard enough, but I don't really care. But yeah, that's happened there too. He wouldn't get off my butt. The Bear trucks are really nice. I like the durability of them so far. I've had my last two boards were loaded. As you can see, I have my Bongra right behind me here. I sold my Dervish to my friend. I actually traded it for an Xbox because I was stuck with PS2 and kind of decided I wanted to play some video games sometime, even though I dedicate most of my life to skating right now. But yeah, the Parises, I noticed the axles, like I know some people say the axles bend and then some people don't believe it, but my wheels would get, like, you could actually tell the axles were bent on my Parises, because the wheel would like decone and the inside would get worn out, so that if you took the wheel off, the outside was actually bigger than the inside, and you could really tell, and that was because it was sitting at an angle. So hopefully these are going to be stronger. So far I haven't noticed any problems with them. and really solid truck. The Landyachtz Zombie Hogs, really smooth wheel. I have the 82A Sector 9 race horns on my bongo right now because before I got my Switch, I was trying to do some more sliding, and I kind of was getting tired of orangutan. You can see my review on these wheels, but I kind of like the 82A for sliding. Not too icy, but it slides pretty good and kind of slow you down. These wheels don't slow you down a whole lot because they're completely side set, so it really breaks pretty easily when you slide. The bearings aren't that great, but Bear really isn't a bearing company like Bones or something that is making them for a long time. They didn't come with bearing spacers, so I put some in there, and then whenever I would make a hard carve, it would make this really loud, almost like, I don't even know what it was, some weird, if you could imagine metal, probably what you would hear with the Twin Towers when they were collapsing. It makes a really weird sound. So I took them out, and now there's no problem. It's just, I'm going to have to change the bearings at some point because spacers make your bearings last a lot longer, and they're pretty chattery without it. But I couldn't get the right tightness or looseness to get it to not make that sound. So I don't know what it was. And the spacers fit and everything. I made sure they were the right size. I don't know what it was. It just didn't like having the spacer in there. But that's no biggie because without them it does just fine. The NAR bars really help you with the stand-up slides, and it's really good at high speeds. Like, I got my 4 different directions, front side, back side, switch, front side and back side, and this really helps with that. The only thing is with low speeds, backside seems kind of harder for some reason on this board, and I think it's because it doesn't carve very much, and you really have to throw it around to get it to go backside. I just couldn't get a good grip. I couldn't find the sweet spot with this, the way there's no concave here, and that was kind of weird. But I was sliding on a hill today, and it was a lot easier on the hill. I think it's just this board isn't meant to go slow. I think that's all that is, because when you're going fast, it slides like a dream and slides forever. So, really good board. I've hit it on a couple of things, and it just takes the paint off, kind of. It really hasn't chipped at all. So, pretty durable board. You know, basic Landyachtz, 10 Plaza Canadian fucking maple, you know. It's pretty strong. If you could think of anything I didn't think of, just leave me a comment and I'll get right back at you, because I'm on YouTube like every day looking at vids, and I'll see that little one comment thing on my homepage and I'll check it out. I really like Landyachtz and what they're doing. This board's been pretty sick so far. Let's see. I think that's about it. I would recommend this board to anyone with hills. If you are commuting, I would do a different setup besides the bear and zombies. Maybe a softer wheel and maybe some like Paris's, because it doesn't turn much. But the drop would be is nice for commuting. But I definitely do recommend it. I think I was about as in-depth as possible. We're working on 9 minutes here, or at least 9 minutes, so I'm going to let you go. But thank you, and I hope that helped. I tried to get as specific as possible with what I know about this board so far. Thank you for watching.